What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another sports video. Welcome back to another video. I'm super duper tired of hearing about talent. And let me break it down for y'all. As you all know, I am a Michigan fan. As you all should know, us Michigan fans hate Michigan and Ohio State, but mostly Ohio State. We can't stand Notre Dame either, but when we're not playing them or when they not on our schedule, we're not worried about them. It's always down to that last game. And I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, people who's proclaiming to be Michigan fans. Probably are. I'm not knocking it. People, Michigan fans. People who only make videos about Michigan. Which, I'm not knocking it, you know. If your whole channel will be based off of Michigan, do you. Because I bet there's whole channels based on Ohio State too. You feel me? But I hate, and I just can't get over the fact that when people say we're not able to beat Ohio State because one, Jim Harbaugh, which is a damn lie, and I'm gonna go back to that, and number two, because of talent, which is a super duper stupid lie. Number one, it's not because of Jim Harbaugh, because Jim Harbaugh on the real won 2 out of these 5 games. So he'll be 2-3 right now. He had a perfect game plan for those 2 games. And those 2 games back to back was 16 and 17. 2 great game plans. 2 great game plans. But we kicked ourselves in the foot, and the refs also kicked us in the foot. Let's not forget about them. But mostly us. In the 2016 game, we lost in overtime. The first overtime game in the game, 30-27. And it was basically decided off of a spot. Now, a lot of Ohio State fans said, so what? Y'all should never let us back in the game. That's what happens, which is true. I'll give y'all that. But let's not ignore that all those refs missed out on a pretty few, a good couple, 5, 6 calls that didn't go our way, and they just ignored them. So again, I don't want to hear about should never let us come back. Well, the refs put y'all in a position to come back, but that's neither the here or there. We lost. 2017 lost 31-20 by 11 points. And that is the game we definitely kicked ourselves in the foot because we was at home. We were up 14-zip. Ohio State has never came back from a 14-zip, deficit against us. And that was the first time. So they are what? We beat them 58 times. So what? They're 57-1. Would you look at that? 57-1. Well, no, 1 in 57 because that's the first time. So, there you go. All those games, we had the potential to win. Even the 2015 game where they blew us out the water. We were there. Halftime score was only 13-10. We were up 13-10. Mistakes. Let me tell y'all about talent. Talent is nothing but a word. Talent is nothing but a word that describes someone to be more elite than the other. That's nothing but a word, bro. If you are talented enough to get recruited, No, not talented enough. If you are good enough to get recruited, no matter what star you are, and to have a chance to play college football, appear in 15, 16 games, however many you have, depending on if you are in the college football playoff, and not even start but get playing time, you are talented. Don't let these people fool you because they misuse the word talent. Talent is something you have. Talent is a God-given gift. If you are able to play football, if you are able to catch, if you are able to read defenses, read the offense to see where it's going, you are talented. Now let me knock down that talent gap. Over the years, I have just learned this because I was watching Michigan podcasts, and I have discovered that Ohio State, out of all the years that we have went against them, has held a talent gap every single year, and I have never known that. They talent gap is 92.4 and ours is 90.1. I have never known that they had a talent gap over us. Never. So that goes by me saying that talent gap is BS. If a program who has had a talent gap over us and we have dominated in the 60s, 70s, maybe not 80s because that's when Woody Hayes was about, and Woody Hayes won that against Bo Schembechler. But the 90s and the early 2000s until now that they are starting now to, be on the come up, I don't care about no talent gap. Here's another reason why I don't care about talent gap. There's something interesting that Michigan podcast also said. Michigan podcast also said, I don't believe it's the talent gap because Michigan had a recruiting class similar to Clemson and LSU. Both are NCAA champions. Have both won the college football playoffs. Have both went undefeated to a group of talented young men similar to our group. And I don't agree with they know how to develop players more. If you are a great coach, you can develop a player. But you're not out there on the field telling them, okay, you got to catch it with your hands. If the ball hits your hands, you got to catch it. You feel me? Or if you out there, don't overthrow your receivers. So I don't care about that development. Now everybody want to talk about, other programs develop they players more than Michigan. That's why we have a talent gap behind. But that don't make sense because we still lead the NCAA in win percentage and wins. We almost at 1,000 wins. So where was that when Michigan first came about to play football to now? So I don't want to hear about that. Yes, everybody have a great facility because of money, but I don't want to hear about, people know how to develop players more than Michigan. But y'all wasn't saying that when we were dominating before this BS happened, when we had to switch coach from Lloyd Carter to go to Rich Rodriguez to Brady Hope. Where was that? So I don't want to hear about developing. And people kill me when they talking about, I went to Ohio State. And when I say they are far behind, we're far behind because of facility, bro. If you have workout equipment, just because your facility look like a hotel doesn't mean you are far above anybody. So stop it. You don't just walk up in the weight room, whether it's at Ohio State or Alabama, and just, I'm strong now, we gonna go 12-0. No, you gotta put in the work. And here's another reason why I'm finna decline this whole talent gap. So Iowa and Purdue are more talented than Ohio State? Or have more talented players? Think about it. Iowa blew out Ohio State 2017. If I'm not mistaken, Iowa has 3 stars, 2 stars, maybe a couple 4 stars. They are never in the top 5 in Big Ten recruiting. They're never in the top 5 nationally in recruiting. We always are. Or top 10. We always are. So Iowa is more talented than Ohio State because they blew them out the water. So shut up about the talent gap. So Purdue was more talented than that 2018 squad with Dwayne Haskins at the helm. If I'm not mistaken, Purdue thrives off the 2 stars and 3 stars. I think Rondale Moore was like the only 4-star, 5-star they have in years. So you mean to tell me the talent gap? There's no talent gap there? I mean, let's be for real. Purdue and Iowa don't even come close to having the talent as a Michigan or Ohio State, even a Michigan State or Penn State. So how was they able to defeat Ohio State? Because of execution. They didn't make mistakes on offense. And I watched both of them games. They didn't make mistakes on offense, and they didn't make mistakes on defense. They don't care if you Ohio State. They don't care if you Penn State. Iowa is going to punch you in the mouth. And Purdue, they didn't make no mistakes offensively or defensively. Ohio State has beaten us, the University of Michigan, for the last 8 years. It's because we made mistakes. 2006, we were 1-2. That mistake we made because we hit Torrey Smith late out of bounds, which gave him a chance to march down the field and end the game. 2016, we made mistakes because we let them back in the game. We fumbled on the goal line. We threw a pick 6. If you scratch the pick 6, if you scratch the interception can happen, I don't care. But if you scratch the pick 6, if you scratch the fumble at our goal line, that game is won by us 17-14. No. 24-14. Because if we didn't fumble at that goal line, we were going to score. That is potential points right there. And because, matter of fact, 24-10, because the only touchdown they got was because of that pick 6 and because of Mike Weber. They only scored 14 points and did score 17 to get the field goal. So only erase the pick 6, and y'all can keep the touchdown and the field goal. 24-10 will be the final score. Or 2010 would have been the final score. So I don't want to hear about the talent gap. It's mistakes. 2017 we was up 14. We let them score 21 unanswered points instead of putting the game away. Mistakes. Even this year coming up, even this year that passed, 2019, we went out, we scored. They couldn't stop us. Shea Patterson was picking them apart. But the mistakes, he fumbled at our 10, which gave him a chance to put them up 28-13. So again, I don't want to hear about no talent gap. The talent gap is BS. It's an excuse that people can have, and I'm not fit to go for the excuse because it's not no excuse. I don't care if all they recruits is 5 stars. You're talented. You can beat them because Iowa and Purdue has proven. So I don't want to hear about no talent gap no more, bro. I don't want to hear it. It's BS. It's stupid, bro. It's dumb. You couldn't tell me Clemson was more talented than Ohio State, and Clemson beat them. I don't care if Justin Fields misread it. He misread it. He lost. We're human. It's about execution, and it's about how you are on both sides of the ball. And we have proven that we can't be mistake-free, and we let them off the hook. So, is there a talent gap? Everybody has a talent gap. Everybody. Talent-wise, Alabama was more talented than LSU, but why did LSU win? Because LSU had the veterans. LSU didn't make mistakes. LSU turned points off those Alabama mistakes. And we could talk about elite quarterback play. Joe Burrow didn't make a mistake. He picked them apart. When you have a quarterback that don't make mistakes, I don't care if that quarterback was a one-star recruit. You can have a chance to put your team in a winning position. And another thing about talent gap, Ronnie Bell was recruited as a 2-star to play basketball. And he is better than any 5-star I have ever seen. Wasn't Kakoa Crawford a 4-star, 3-star? Either way, he was a higher star than Ronnie Bell. And you can't tell me Kakoa Crawford is better than Ronnie Bell. Eddie McDoom is not better than Ronnie Bell. Hell, I love Omar Darboh, but Omar Darboh wasn't as talented as Ronnie Bell. And Omar Darboh was a higher recruit. That's just my opinion. So, as long as you can play, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is there's no talent gap. Just beat them. Execute. Stop making mistakes, bro. It's simple. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. For all my Michigan fans, tell me what y'all think. You know, I know y'all not happy. I'm not either. I'm not happy about the 8-0 against us in the last 8 years, but there is a time where the BS is gonna stop. There is a time, because they've been winning off of BS and mistakes off of us, which they should do. But BS, bro, come on, bro. Tell me what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.